In part 1, we did a standard intonation, referencing the entire string, nut to bridge, with the 12th fret. This assumes the nut is in the proper position and right relationship with the first fret. It also assumes that the bridge is in right relationship with the entire fret system. In part 2, we're going to go a bit deeper. We're going to take the nut out of the picture, and we're going to make sure that the bridge and the fret system are intonatable and that they are working properly. This will allow us to check the position and the function of the nut on the guitar. Stay with us. Here comes part 2. Okay, we have set the intonation on the guitar using the 12th fret as the center point of the string length as referenced from the nut, the point of muting off the edge of the nut, to the bridge where the saddle is. So we have good intonation that way. This assumes that the nut is in the right place, because if the nut is farther toward the headstock, the bridge has to be moved back. That string length can vary and not be properly related to the scale length of the guitar, and that can still be the middle fret. So how do we find out if the nut is actually put in the right place? Well, we do that by first making sure that the bridge is in the right place. So we're going to take the nut out of the picture for this test, and we are going to put a capo on the first fret of the guitar, and we are now going to intonate the guitar using the 13th fret as the center point, and the nut's out of the picture, and this will allow us to put the bridge in the right spot. Now we have a good D note there, a D sharp, and the 13th fret we've still got a D sharp, so we are okay. What that means is that in reference to the position of the frets, the bridge and the frets as a system go midpoint to the 13th fret. Now, once you have established that the bridge is in the right place with reference to the frets, then we can take a look and see if the nut is in the right place according to in reference to the frets. We're going to do that by tuning a note and then hitting an open note. And we're looking pretty good on this. Now, if from our D sharp, and we're just using that as a reference string, you can do it with any of the strings, and you probably ought to do it with more than just one. We have a D sharp. If our open string was flat, that would mean the nut was too far toward the headstock and something would need to be done with it. If the open string was sharp, that would mean the nut was too far this way in relation to the first fret, which we used as one of the reference points for setting up the guitar. Some of the things that can go wrong with the nut is it can be too far this way or too far that way, due to the fact that this cutoff point of the fingerboard may be a little too long or too short. Maybe when the nut was installed it was canted back toward the body or canted away from the body, so that this leading edge where the string is supposed to mute from is too far forward or too far back, or the slots may be cut in such a way that the string is not muting at the edge of the nut, it is muting back into the nut. So, if the nut is in the wrong place, what do you do with it? Hang on and I'll show you.